Behind closed doors, at the edge of our visible world, an exclusive group of individuals gathers to make decisions that not only influence nations, but control them with an unimaginable sense of power. Those who hold in their hands the fate of the global economy, yet remain unseen by the masses. The camera zooms in on figures discussing silently, as financial statistics and charts flash across the screens around them. A cold white light outlines their silhouettes. One individual sits at the head of the table, gazing through a digital global window. These elites, hiding in the shadows of power, manipulate financial systems, and through this control, they direct the flow of information, resources, and even the movements of people worldwide. A wave of tension fills the room, each movement deliberate, every decision rippling into an uncertain future. From the great financial markets of Wall Street to the complexity of international transactions, every step they take remains hidden from the public eye. But who are they? What are their true intentions? The camera moves slowly through the high-tech room, showing another screen displaying a world map with red lines connecting key points of global power. In the next moments, we will reveal these unseen forces and show who really controls our planet. In the heart of the global power structure, there are meetings that take place in total secrecy. Behind closed doors, in exclusive rooms, a select group of individuals meets to decide the future of the world. These are not your average leaders or politicians. These are the unseen architects of the world's destiny. The camera pans over the table where the figures are deeply immersed in their discussion, while the map flickers, revealing economic data, military strategies, and global movements. The lighting is dim, casting long shadows over the room. In these meetings, every decision is calculated, every move meticulously planned. The global economy, wars, and even the flow of information, all are decided by these powerful figures. They pull the strings, while the rest of the world remains unaware of their control. As the camera moves, we see a holographic projection of a political map with flashing lines connecting various world capitals, showing how decisions made in the boardroom affect nations and their futures. But who are they? The true controllers of the world's economy, the masterminds who make sure that the system works in their favor? And what is their ultimate goal? The figures around the table continue their discussions, their faces hidden in the shadows, their intentions unclear. The camera focuses on one figure who taps a glowing screen, sending a signal that echoes through the digital world. What we see in the media, in government halls, is just the surface. The real decisions, the ones that will shape the world's future, are made here in secrecy, far away from the eyes of the public. The atmosphere grows heavier as we hear the faint sound of distant thunder, symbolizing the impending consequences of these unseen forces. The screen shows a world in chaos, with economic collapses and political instability, all originating from the decisions made in this room. In the coming moments, we will uncover the hidden faces behind these secret meetings and reveal the true extent of their power over the planet. In the underbelly of global finance, a shadowy force moves unseen. It's a realm where power isn't just in control, it is the control. Stock markets rise and fall with a flick of their fingers, while fortunes are made or lost in the blink of an eye. The wealthy few hold the keys to the world's resources, manipulating markets to their advantage. As money flows through invisible channels, wealth accumulates in the hands of the few, while the many remain oblivious to the silent manipulation at play. Behind these glowing graphs, the real game is being played. The fate of nations, corporations, and individual lives are tied to the whims of those who wield this financial power. Who are these unseen figures pulling the strings of the global economy? And what are their intentions? As the stock markets soar and crash, they sit, observing it all unaffected. The true power lies in their hands. In the heart of the global media machine, information is not just reported, it is controlled. Behind closed doors, beyond the reach of the public eye, narratives are shaped and perceptions are molded. Every flashing headline, every synchronized report, a calculated move in an unseen game of influence. And above it all, a lone figure watches, orchestrating the flow of truth and deception alike. What is reality when the news itself is designed to manufacture belief? Hidden beneath the surface, in a labyrinth of cold light and electric pulses, lies the true center of global control. Here, the rules are no longer written by humans. Algorithms decide. One gesture, one subtle motion across a holographic interface, and the data begins to dance. Millions of points, billions of thoughts, tracked, processed, and transformed into decisions no one ever voted for. Before a glowing map of the world, a solitary figure orchestrates the invisible web. No words, only information. This is no longer a battle for land. It's a battle for your mind. And those who control the algorithm control the world. We believe we choose, that we are free to decide what to wear, what to watch, what to believe. But in the age of predictive algorithms and behavioral data, choice itself has become an illusion. Every preference we hold, every product we buy, every idea we share, was already anticipated. Modeled, sold. The world around us feels open, but its boundaries are written in code. And behind the curtain, those who wrote it decide what you see, what you hear, and what you never will. Freedom still exists, but now it is simulated. Not everyone obeys the algorithm. In the cracks of the system, a quiet resistance grows, not with fire or force, but with awareness, with questions, with truth. They are few, anonymous, unseen, but they understand what the world has forgotten, that real freedom is not given, it is taken back. And though the voices of the many echo with comfort and certainty, the whispers of the few carry something more powerful, doubt. And from doubt, revolution is born. At the edge of darkness, there is always a choice. For years, the world was lulled to sleep, comforted by convenience, distracted by illusion. But now, something is stirring. Awareness spreads like fire through the cracks. The system trembles not from force, but from awakening. One by one, the silent rise, no longer content to obey, no longer afraid to ask, who really controls the planet? And when the question becomes louder than the answer, the world will change. The truth isn't hidden. It's simply ignored. Until now, this was just the beginning. If you're ready to go deeper, subscribe, join the resistance, because the awakening has already begun.